Nearly a dozen sexual assaults reported within the last 2 months, and that's not counting the ones the months prior. After the latest involving a minor, the Minister of National Security is speaking out. Cleopatra Murphy has the story.
The sexual assaults more graphically put rape of a 9-year-old girl and 10 other incidents from June to July point to an increase in sexual violence that Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munroe, says he finds extremely disturbing. Just one incident involved cruise passengers. With the victims of the violations ranging from 9 to 83 and trends showing sexual assaults are on the rise, Munroe says this is why it is important to pass the Protection Against Violence bill sooner than later.
But breaking in and raping an old woman, molesting a young child, and raping anyone, sexual violence against anyone isn't something that, to my mind, natural or in any way should be acceptable. What is troubling, most troubling about it is these are our sons and in some limited instances daughters doing these things.
Police already highlighted a 14% increase in sexual violence in 2022 over 2021, with 204 sexual offenses reported, 10 of them attempted rapes, and 55 of them rapes. And at least 2 of this year's sexual assaults, that of a 12-year-old girl in April and that of an 82-year-old woman in July, the suspects had been known for committing similar offenses, begging the question, what happened to the sexual offenses register, a matter Munroe sought to clear up.
But the sexual offenders register, the registrar is there when anybody is released who they think ought to have public notification. They advise me. When there's a view they should have local notification, they advise me of that as well. But it does not apply to people who are released on bail, and it does not apply to people who were convicted before the act came into force.
Recognizing that there are a growing number of women and girls who don't feel safe due to the rate of sexual violence in the country, the Minister of National Security urges that they take the necessary precautions, also lamenting that society has deteriorated to the point where you can essentially trust no one.
We have to get back ingrained in our young people's mind. You don't talk to strangers, period. So if you don't know the person, you don't talk to the person at all. And sadly, in the world today, some of these offenses are being carried out by persons known to these young people. And so you have to, unfortunately, raise your children that they have to be very careful. And it's sad that we have to, in effect, raise our children not to be trusting.
That said, Munroe is adamant that as a country, we have to focus on how young people are being raised to the point they would commit such crimes. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.